nobody owes anybody anything besides you own yourself, besides you own your artwork, the credit it deserves. And this cost me a lot to do this. I needed to do it, and you know, I keep going. I keep saying that because that's what's on my mind. That's what's cracking, yo. Big crack right there. The other end of this had all the ants in it. I showed you that before. Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to look at my basic setup, tools, even some of the equipment, methods that I use daily operation. This kind of the backdoor stuff in the carving for me. You'll see when I show you my tool setup, you'll see the basic tools that I use. There's very simple. There's 5-6 tools that I normally use on a daily basis. I hope this information, I hope the video helps you guys out, and hope all is well with everybody, and hope you keep on carving. If you're a beginner carver and you wanted the ultimate kit for the beginner carver, I would say this is the beginning of a good carving career, a good carving hobby. You're gonna have fun if you have these things. Even this metal grid, I got tons of this from a PetSmart one year. They were throwing it out. I have used this stuff. You see it all over in my shop. I use it everywhere. It's great. No dust ever collects on the shelves in my shop because most of them are that. So I'm going to say number one tool, most important, get a good compressor. Nice piece of plywood with some screws, right? Drill. Hold your carvings down. Be safe. Use clamps, plywood, or fully set up electric carving saw. Hard to find quarter pitch for those. You can do it if you either ask me or if you search around yourself. Gas saw with carving kit, right? Went over all that. Costs. Torch. Rotozip with a burr. Love them. I like these. They're industrial quality and they're cheap. But you want a pencil burr and you want a flame burr. Those are going to be your two most important. You're going to find those to be absolutely indispensable in your carving time that you're carving. A good angle grinder with a bunch of sanding wheels. Very important. And a good torch. I love these turbo torch. He's straight ahead. See his white head. There he is. Sitting right in the middle. I'm gonna try to get my finger in there. Right there off the tip of my finger. Just sitting there. I just caught him flying through the woods. Bald eagles, they're awesome. As I saying, if you want the ultimate beginner carving kit, minus one or two of these saws. I'm showing an electric and I'm showing a gas because those are your options. It's good to have both if you can afford it. If you can find them cheap and used, do it. That's what I do. That's how I built my tool collection. I don't buy new all the time. But yeah, there's your basic carving kit if you really want to get into it. And you can edit this kit. Like I said, if you can be cheap about it and get quality stuff, get used stuff, one of the most important tools that you can have in your carving career or carving hobby is a good air compressor. I find that these cheap $8 to $12 guns that you get at Harbor Freight tend to be the better ones. See, a lot of air pressure there on that one. So far, my favorite air compressor is this little rigid 6-gallon. It goes up to 150 psi, little 6-gallon deal. Refills really quick. So having a good compressor is a safety. It's more of a safety thing. You keep your saws clean, you keep your shop clean, and I'll tell you guys what, if you blow stuff off, your chances of getting dust in your eyes is a lot less. Your chance of the other thing that compressors is really important for is controlling fire. Say you have this flame going here, right? And now if I just let it rip, if I just sit here, and it's hard to see in the sun, but you will see sometimes. You want to get rid of that because you see the little red glowy parts. If you don't get rid of that pretty quick, what could happen is that could just keep glowing hot, and not only will it ruin your carving, but it's also a fire hazard if you're in a situation where fire is a hazard. Now see, this is full control over the flame. If I keep blowing, see that? Keeps the heat right off. 100%. So that's where a good air compressor is really important to me. And it's kind of a luxury to have it. But it's a luxury that's needed. This is why I love this compressor so much, because it's very small. It's easy to pick up and carry. Now, that's a huge benefit. So you take a smaller compressor that's easier to carry. Well, here I'm just showing the use of a couple of these tools. This is the flame bit with the rotozip. There's about a $150 investment. Very nice tool for cleaning. After you burn, you can highlight areas. A lot of applications. There you see the compressor is very handy. Air compressor is useful in many ways. Keeping your tools clean, keeping your shop clean. Clean saws are happy. Clean carver is happy. You get that dust off you quick. It'll free up your mind if you're a little bit more comfortable. There I'm using the angle grinder with sanding disc just to clean up a base. It shows angle grinders are useful, cheap tool.
here, you see that using the tip of that bar, and that's where carbon bars are really helpful versus the stock bar. All the detail, getting in the little narrow areas, cutting off the tip mostly. Carbon bars are a really good investment. There, another technique for the carbon bar, kind of a sideways pull. It's important to think about too, for getting your logs, moving your logs into place, renting, borrowing, or even buying machinery if you can afford it. These things really help. They help a lot. In this video you see I use 2 different types of machine for moving things around. These small mini skid steers are nice. Usually they're actually better for dragging out logs and picking up logs than the mini excavator, but the mini excavator was what I had available there for sorting through a big pile. When you have a big pile that's stacked up too, it's a little quicker to grab logs and move them around than if you have to chain each one and drag it out. But, well, thanks for watching and hanging out, guys, and hope this video was helpful, and hope you all have a great time carving.
That's the only problem with this little trench bucket. Trying to haul stuff with it, but it's really good for grabbing logs. That's why it takes a little bit. They don't. Because you have to lift the thumb as you're curling the bucket in. We do that all the time when we're setting stones. See, we got all these over here. There's one nice one under the bottom there. I think I'm gonna grab that one, and then I'm done. This is how you do it if you want to get into production. You have to invest. This is a risk. You have to get all this ready, but once I get this set up, I'm gonna be set. I will not have to think about wood, or worry about wood, or carvings for at least another 5-6 months, like solid. See, and that's what happens. They roll out. This thing spring loads, and I'm being wimpy. I could get out and just grab them and throw them up there, but have a machine, why not use it?